What is going on, Clippers fans? Welcome to basically a post-game hang. The Clippers are up 50 on the Brooklyn Nets with the fourth quarter to play, and I don't want to stay up and watch the end of this game particularly. So we're gonna hang out and talk about Kawhi Leonard looking good. There was not a new starting lineup. I guess it kind of was a new starting lineup. Derrick Jones Jr. started this one as opposed to Chris Dunn, but there actually is something to take away from this game. If you're new to this, I am Chuck Mockler, usually joined by Adam Oslin and Will Updike. I know it says post game on the title of this, but the Clippers are up 50 with 12 minutes left. The Nets look so bad. This is the most the Clippers have ever been up through three quarters. It's insane. I know the game is not over. I am ending the day early. The Clippers are up 50 points. I believe it was Mo Bamba just threw an alley-oop to Kai Jones. That's where we're at. But there are things to take away from this game because, call me crazy, I think Kawhi Leonard's night is done. The Clippers are up 50. Thank you. Aslan saying this will age well when we blow the 51-point lead. I hope if that were to happen, you can blame me. I will put that out there right now that if the Clippers blow a 51-point lead, you can blame Chuck Mockler. That's fair. It's completely fair if that happens. There were some good things to take away, though, like I said. Kawhi Leonard looked phenomenal in this game relative to everything we've seen up to this point. He hit 2 jumpers to start. He was decisive. He was stopping. He was starting on offense. He was getting double teamed. Teams still have to respect that. He was getting to the line. That's just the offensive side of the ball. He looked really good bringing the ball up. We saw Kawhi Leonard bring the ball up a lot more tonight than he had so far in his return. I think that was twofold. To help him get to kind of Kawhi speed. Him bringing the ball up, I don't think it's crazy that there's a correlation. Oh, this is crooked. I don't think it's crazy to think there's a correlation between Kawhi Leonard bringing the ball up more and him being able to get into a rhythm. So that was cool to see. And Kawhi Leonard bringing the ball up since Derrick Jones Jr. was in the lineup to start this game as opposed to Chris Dunn. It's just what we're going to see more of going forward. Once Kawhi gets back to his usual minutes load, Adam Oslin tweeted this, and he's absolutely right. Once Kawhi gets back to his usual minutes load, he will help take the pressure off of James Harden with ball handling, because if Kawhi's bringing the ball up and James Harden's on the floor, he can't double off of James Harden or Norm or Derrick Jones Jr. because he'll just cut. So that was really good to see. Kawhi just looked great offensively. It was really good to see. Mikey Ramirez making a great point. The Clippers, who have not won the game yet, they have not won the game yet. They are, however, up 106 to 53. 106 to 53. A crazy schedule coming up, so taking care of business like this against a sub-500 team needs to happen more. It was great to see tonight. The Clippers have to travel and then play in Portland on Thursday, which is bullshit. I don't like that. But, hey, winning by 50, that helps. But the important thing to take away from this game is that Kawhi got his rhythm well when he brought the ball up. When James Harden is on the court and Kawhi is bringing the ball up, it's good things will happen for the Clippers. So that's awesome to see. We are going to have to see what it looks like when Kawhi's bringing the ball up on the court when James Harden is off the court and not in the lineup. We did see a small ball lineup tonight that was Chris Dunn, Terrence Mann, Amir, Kawhi, and Batum. They were kind of the spark a little bit in this game. The Clippers were tied at 21 after the first quarter in this game. which I think is mind-blowing. They were even in the first quarter after the first quarter of this game. And then the Clippers just played really good defense, and the Nets didn't score for like 6 minutes. Terrence Mann did not finish this game due to some calf soreness, which is really the only downside of this game. The only bad thing to happen to come out of this is the fact that Terrence Mann now has a calf issue, which sucks. For those of you just joining the stream, I am aware that it says post-game stream. But the Clippers, again, just to reiterate where we're at, the Clippers and the Nets were tied at 21 after the first quarter, and now the Clippers are up 55 points with 9 minutes left in the fourth. I don't know. A wonderful night for the Clippers overall, especially with the brutal schedule coming up with the reschedules after all the fires. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone's safe. If you're listening to this later on the audio, hope you're doing well. I'm Chuck Mockler. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to be talking for about, 10, 15 more minutes. Put your questions in the chat. If you're listening to this and you ever want to hang out on video, go to youtube.com/@ClippersPodcast. Kawhi was phenomenal tonight. He shot 70%. He had the most points for the Clippers. He also played well on defense. The first possession of this game, you saw Kawhi Leonard have active hands, and he caused a turnover for the Nets. And the first quarter was bad for the Clippers. Again, they were tied at 21, and then the Nets did what they had been doing for a good stretch up before this game. And the Clippers offense just also shot up like a rocket. But Kawhi set the tone defensively, I thought, really well in this game to open it. He was not afraid to try and get steals. We've seen that, that's been a thing in his return, is the aggression on defense has still been there. It was there tonight. It was great to see. And the aggression on offense was higher than we'd seen it at any point in time in his return, which makes sense. He's still getting back to it. But he was hitting he just didn't dunk. We didn't get a dunk from him tonight, but we got pretty much everything else. We saw a small ball lineup that was real, that I think people are going to really like, obviously, is Norm, Terrence, Amir, Kawhi, and Batum. The idea of that lineup is really, really nice. And I think most Clippers fans would agree with me on that one. Oh, yes, this is a great point, Mikey Ramirez. Thank you for bringing this up. He said, seems like Coach Lue is having players out to tinker with lineups or something wrong. Or is something wrong with KPJ? No. So Ty Lue kind of said that pregame tonight that, Terrence didn't play last game because Ty just wanted to see something. That's what's happening tonight with KPJ. So KPJ was out, so Ty could, I'm assuming, based on what he's kind of alluded to, see what the bench unit looks like with Terrence and Chris Dunn being the primary, secondary ball handlers, whatever you want to call it, versus what KPJ and Chris Dunn looked like. Terrence Mann also unfortunately suffered a calf injury. He was out. He was ruled out like around half at this game, which sucks. But yeah, Ty Lue is tinkering with the bench lineup. He's tinkering with the starting lineup, though I think as Kawhi's minutes goes up, and I'm sure I know Adam Oslin feels the same way too. No word on Will, but I'm assuming he does too. We're kind of we're a united front over here on Clips and Dip. The higher Kawhi's minutes goes, the more we're going to see Derrick Jones Jr. starting, because Kawhi, I just think that's going to happen. Renzo, the old head. Hope you're doing well, Renzo. Said Powell having his best season. Meanwhile, PG having one of his worst. Love to see it. There is some Schadenfreude happening right now. I cannot deny that. Clippers fans told Sixers fans what was going to happen, and it's happened. So here we are. If you're just joining the stream and you're wondering why it says post game, despite the game not being over, that is because the Clippers are up so many points. It's 116-55. I don't really know what's happening right now, if that makes sense. This is This is incredible. How are they up this much? They're up 61 points. See, someone said I was going to jinx the team for having a post-game stream when they were only up 50, and look at them now, a 61-point lead. I took them minus 65, so I really need this. They actually might do it. I cannot believe this. This is absolutely insane. There's never I'm I'm in disbelief at this game. Talk about a get right game for the Clippers. I don't know. I don't really have a whole much left to say, I guess, because the Clippers are up 61 and Kawhi Leonard looked great. Those were the biggest takeaways. If you were to take anything away from this game, because I know everyone's going to want to talk to their coworkers about it tomorrow. Yes, Chris G, this is the pre-post game. I've been on for 11 minutes and the Clippers extended their lead by like 12 points. At least no one was in the stands when the Clippers were down by 50. Golly, this is horrible. But there were things to take away. Kawhi Leonard looked great on both ends. He had his best plus minus of his career, I believe, tonight. It was plus 46. Zoo was plus 48. Norm plus 47. The starters did their jobs. But Kawhi looked great on both ends of the floor. We saw a lineup that people are going to be really excited about, I think, which is Norm, Man, Amir, Kawhi, Batum. I'm sure at some point we're going to see Harden, Norm, Amir, Kawhi. Excuse me, Harden, Norm, Kawhi, Batum, and Amir. Like that. That's going to happen, which will be fun. I don't know what the main takeaways. The only tangible takeaways are that Kawhi Leonard's ramping up very well. La Murray thinks he's going to be out of the restrictions around February, which I think is totally, that makes sense. He looked phenomenal tonight. So that's good. The Clippers have to travel tomorrow and play a game in Portland. So getting this win tonight is great. And the way they got it, like, I don't know, this is crazy. Yeah, so Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr. have not been good at shooting threes lately. It's been pretty painful. We hope it comes back to normal. I don't know. They'll get more open shots with Kawhi being back. Yeah, again, the Clippers were tied at 21. They end up destroying the Nets. I'm going to head out. I hope everyone has a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out. Subscribe if you want. We're going to have a full episode for y'all on Friday to preview the Clippers game versus the Lakers that's on Sunday. That's a huge one for the standings. I just I don't know what else to say about the team performance tonight. I can't believe that the Clippers were tied at 21 and they were up 60 at one point. It just kind of blows my mind. But Kawhi Leonard looked good. He's getting back to where he needs to be, and the Clippers are going to be a big issue. I hope Terrence Mann can come back at some point in this craziness. I've been Chuck Mockler. Thank you for hanging out. If you know any Nets fans, I don't know, Venmo them a couple